Thank you for giving me the opportunity to outline my vision for America and comprehensive plan for growing our economy, creating jobs, and protecting American national security. It's an honor to speak to you today about the new course I intend to chart for America. It's great to see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd today. As a longtime member of the Fox Valley Initiative, I know most of you personally, and I'm grateful for the support you've given me throughout this campaign. I want to begin by thanking David Lewis and your executive board for inviting me to speak to the forum today. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you, not only for being here, but for your generosity, your support, and all the work you've done, volunteer work you've done for my campaign thus far. I look forward to working with all of you and representing this great district in the United States Congress. 4 months from now, citizens of Wisconsin's 8th District will have an important choice to make. It's a choice about two very different futures and visions for America. This election is about the type of America we're going to leave for future generations. Do we want America to remain the greatest beacon of hope, freedom, and opportunity the world has ever known? Or do we want an America that's burdened with debt, higher taxes, and more regulations, and on the verge of economic collapse? This is the fundamental question voters have to ask themselves on Election Day. Do we want more of the same? Or do we want a new course for America? Personally, I want a new course for America, and I'm sure that most of you do as well. I grew up in a small manufacturing town here in northeastern Wisconsin, where many of my neighbors, friends, and relatives struggled on a daily basis to make ends meet. Now, despite their struggles, they remained optimistic about their futures in America. They recognized that in this great nation, anyone can succeed. Anyone can rise from rags to riches. And all Americans have the opportunity to overcome adversity and become wealthy. Today, however, many have lost faith in their government and the country. Growing up, I was taught that if you worked hard, played by the rules, received a good education, and believed in God, you could accomplish anything. By adhering to these principles, I was able to graduate from prestigious colleges, publish 4 books, and stand before you today as a candidate for Congress. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same about many of my neighbors, friends, and relatives back home in Kimberly. Like many in this district, they're unable to find work, struggling to make ends meet, and burdened with an insurmountable debt they'll be unable to repay. I'm running for Congress to help my friends, neighbors, and family members who are struggling as a result of the nation's precarious economic situation. I'm running to help people like my friend Doug, who lost his job and health insurance in 2008 when the New Page paper mill, Kimberly's largest employer for more than 90 years, abruptly closed its doors. In doing so, they left 250 hard-working Kimberly residents without jobs and didn't give them any prior notice that the mill was closing. Doug is currently unemployed, does not have a college degree, and has 3 children to support. His wife's currently working 3 jobs to make ends meet, put food on the table, and provide health insurance for their family. Doug's story is not unique. In fact, it's a story that's being told in communities throughout America. The economic policies implemented by President Obama have contributed to the hardship that plagued Doug, voters in this great district, and millions of our fellow Americans. Friends, I'm running for Congress because I want to ensure that future generations have the same opportunities as you and I. I'm running because I'm concerned about the direction our nation is headed. And most importantly, I'm running to ensure that America remains the greatest beacon of hope, freedom, and opportunity the world has ever known. Now, to accomplish this goal, we need to implement what I call the 9-point plan for winning America's future. This plan entails balancing our budget, cutting wasteful spending, reducing the size and influence of government, creating good-paying jobs here in the 8th District, making college more affordable for all citizens, reforming our entitlement programs so that they're available for future generations, repealing Obamacare and replacing it with a market-based system that offers choice, competition, and opportunity. We need to reduce the regulatory burdens that are crushing small business owners and job creators. Now, I see there are many small business owners in the room today, and I applaud you for taking the risk, starting a business, and creating good paying jobs for residents here in the 8th District. And finally, we need to preserve America's military supremacy. The world looks to America for global and military leadership in this unipolar world, and I'm committed to ensuring that America remains the world's most powerful military. Friends, by implementing my 9-point plan, we can and will chart a new course for this nation. We'll ensure that America remains the greatest beacon of hope, opportunity, and freedom the world has ever known. My background and life experiences make me uniquely qualified to solve the economic and military menaces that threaten America's existence. I've spent my life studying these issues and fighting to defend our values. We're just 4 months away from the most consequential election in our nation's history. It is an election that will determine America's fate. I'm confident that together we can grow our economy, balance the budget, and preserve America's military hegemony. Now more than ever, it's crucial that we chart a new course for America. 30 years ago, President Reagan talked about the shining city upon the hill. This city was envied by citizens throughout the world for its abundance of wealth, prosperity, and happiness. I'm sad to say that that once shining and prosperous city on a hill has become a melancholy city that's mired in debt, depression, and tumult. It looks very different from the one President Reagan talked about 30 years ago. But on November 6th, we have the opportunity to revitalize that city and ensure that it shines bright for generations. Doing so, however, will require electing principled leaders who understand how to tackle our greatest challenges and actually have a comprehensive plan for winning America's future. Friends, this fight is not going to be easy, but I'm confident that it's one that we can win. With your help, we will chart a new course for America, and we'll grow our economy, provide a better quality of life for all citizens. And without your time, energy, votes, and dollars, we'll be unable to win this fight and restore the promise of America. To win, we must build an army of volunteers that is committed to knocking on thousands of doors, making phone calls, distributing literature, and outlining my comprehensive plan for winning America's future. All of you in this room have done great work thus far. Some of you have already knocked on thousands of doors, and I'm grateful for that. It's my hope that you can recruit more of your friends, family members, and coworkers to do the same. Because if we're going to win this fight, we need to win it on the ground. As you know, we're waging a war for the heart and soul of America. It's a winnable war, but I can't do it on my own. As you know, our opponent intends to outspend us 3-1 on Election Day. He's already raised more money and spent more money than our campaign. He has the support of labor unions and countless special interest groups. But that can't intimidate us. The key to defeating our opponent and his outside forces is a superior message. I'm confident that our message of limited government, a strong national defense, and growing our economy will resonate with voters in the district, as it has for so many years. Let's show the opposition, voters, and the mainstream media that issues and message, not money and endorsements, win elections. Friends, I ask you to be with me in this fight to win America's future, not just for me. If you're for me, you vote, you put out a sign, you sign my nomination papers, and you go on your way. But if you're with me, you join me in this fight to restore the American dream and ensure that this nation remains the greatest beacon of freedom the world has ever known. America's at a crossroads and needs to elect leaders who know how to grow our economy, create jobs, and provide a better future for all citizens. My friends, I am one of those leaders. I know what it takes to win this fight, and I'm committed to winning this war for the heart and soul of America. Together, we can and will chart a new course for this country. We will revive that shining city upon the hill and ensure that America remains the greatest beacon of hope, freedom, and opportunity the world has ever known. Thank you for your support, prayers, and contributions. May God bless all of you, and may He continue to bless the United States of America. I'd be happy to entertain any questions you may have.